Eve Valkyrie was a launch title for the original Oculus Rift back in 2016, and it was also released on PlayStation VR later that year in October. It was developed by CCP Games and was a multiplayer VR space combat game set in the Eve universe. Unfortunately, in August of 2022, CCP turned off the servers to the game, making it unplayable, and then they subsequently removed it from all the stores. It's remained in an unplayable state since that time. Even the small single player portion of the game was no longer playable. But I did stumble across a 9-month-old Reddit post just the other day which seemed to show a way of getting the offline portion of the game working again. So I thought I'd give it a try, and it does work. And thank you incidentally to Flute Roger from the Recentered podcast who helped me sort this out as well. But if you already own the game on Steam or the Oculus PC store, then there is a way to get the single player aspect of the game running again. Unfortunately, if you don't yet own it on any of the stores, then you will no longer be able to purchase it. You might have some luck by purchasing it on a key website, but even then, I'm not sure it will activate since the game has been revoked by CCP. But if you do own a copy of the game or manage to get hold of one, then getting it running again is very simple. Just locate the exe of the game itself. If you have it installed from the Oculus PC store, for example, then the default location is on the C drive in Program Files, Oculus, Software, and then Software again. And in here you'll find the CCP Games Newcastle Eve Valkyrie folder. Open this, then click into the image folder, then Windows No Editor, VK Game, binaries, and Win64. In this directory you'll see the exe of the game. The easiest way is to create a shortcut to the application on your desktop, then right click on the shortcut and click on Properties. In the target field in the Properties window, just scroll to the end of that line and then add in space-VR space-server. Click on Apply and that should do it. Fire up your VR headset, double click on the shortcut, and you should now have access to the single player portion of the game. If you use a Quest headset and run the Oculus Store version of the game, then it seems like you'll need to play through AirLink or the link cable in order to get it to work properly. When Flute Roger and myself tried to run the game through Virtual Desktop or Steam Link, then it would only run in 2D monitor mode. So it's something to keep in mind. And if you use another headset, then there might be ways around this by third-party applications such as Revive, which may help you get it running. In the single player mode of Eve Valkyrie, you'll have access to the training missions, the recall missions where you play through memories of deceased pilots, scout modes where you explore the various levels without enemies and collect hidden items, and survival where you can battle against waves of enemy bots in a variety of levels. The online multiplayer aspect of the game will still not be playable, unfortunately, as the servers are shut down, but it still gives a decent amount of content to play through and relive some of the memories from the early days of VR. You've probably got somewhere around 1 to 2 hours worth of content with some replayability in the levels as well. I remember playing Eve Valkyrie back on my Rift CV1, and I always remembered it being one of the better looking games at that time. You play it with a gamepad, although I believe it does have HOTAS support as well. And in terms of dogfighting in space, it feels closer to Star Wars Squadrons than Elite Dangerous. It's very fast paced and action focused. The ship handling is great, and the weapons make a real impact with some fantastic sound effects. The graphics hold up today for the most part as well, and the explosion effects are really good. I've been in and played through a few of the modes over the past couple of days, and it's been great to revisit this classic space combat game. If you do already own it, then it's definitely worth jumping back into again if you haven't done that for a long time. But let me know in comments if you are going to give this a try and what you think of Eve Valkyrie in general if you've played it in the past. But that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.